Having large-sized koifish is a pleasure itself. Many impressions are enjoyed by these eyes when seeing them. Their colors, their move, their shape, even their mouth. For those who can afford, can immediately buy the large size. Some start from a smaller size. Usually about 20 centimeters. We hope by feeding them, they will grow big. But to be honest, we feel this is very long. What else if we start from a size of 20 centimeters? It can feel like forever. There is a story about a koifish mud pond, where now there are many in various countries. Mud ponds are believed to accelerate the growth of koifish. Some started keeping their koifish there. This mud pond originates from Japan, and everyone in other countries feel their fish is not as good as fish in Japan, even though they have followed the mud pond method. Let's take a look at mud ponds in Japan. It doesn't mean that we are involved in making mud ponds like them, but maybe some valuable information we will get, such as water parameters and other information. Here's their story. Koi breeders in Japan generally hope their fish will grow big quickly. So far, they believe that this can only be achieved effectively when koi kept in mud ponds. Many of them do not know why. What they know is that koi are kept in mud ponds, the koi will get bigger at harvest in the spring. Water conditions in Japan tend to be soft. This factor makes the koi there grow big quickly. Some believe that the real secret lies in the content of the mud ponds, which have minerals and natural feeds. The softest water is in the Niigata. Excellent for koi, but not suitable for farming. Because of the poor mineral content of agricultural land in Niigata, there is no type of plant that can develop well except rice. Niigata is the best rice producer in all of Japan. Most of the water there comes from rainfall. The TDS of rainwater there is only about 3 ppm. Water descends to the earth, flows through the mountains, through the soil and rocks. soil and rock in Japan does not contain limestone like in Europe. Only a few minerals affect hardness levels. Talking about saltwater conditions, let's pay attention to the parameters. Such as TDS, GH, KH, and pH balance. Water hardness in Japan has very low GH, usually below 50 ppm. So does the KH, very low. While TDS level ranges from 70 ppm. As soon as it enters the mud pond, the water becomes even softer. TDS in mud ponds usually range from 35 to 90 ppm. Includes GH, KH, fish waste, and all gases such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, and others. TDS 35 ppm is really very low. We are also very concerned about the fish population. They don't put a lot of fish in this mud pond. This is related to pH stability. The level of acidity affected by koifish is relatively small. Most mud ponds have a pH of around 6.5 with a common range of 6.8 to 7. When it reaches 7.5, it is considered to be on the safe scale. The water chemistry offers a lot of advantage for growth and color. Color pigment cells are living things. In soft conditions, the color pigment will grow and give a thickness effect. But when the koi is lifted and placed in hard water, the pigment cells become flat. They don't use oyster shell as a pH buffer. Breeders in Japan only use shells in indoor ponds during winter. At that time, the koi population was much more compared to the pond volume. Thus susceptible to a sudden drop in pH. We know that the water there has a very low KH. So the possibility of a sudden drop in pH is very large. Now we know that the water parameters there are very soft. Very low TDS, GH, and KH, and also ideal pH. What about the water parameters in our pond? Breeders in Japan believe they should keep GH at 50 ppm. When feeding, the mineral contents in the feed is enough to affect the mineral levels in the pond. If we don't change the water often, or only change the water in small amounts, in time, slowly GH level will increase. That's why it's important that we lower and keep GH level below 50 ppm. Now about carbonate hardness. This is more difficult to adjust because it affects the pH. If the pH is increased, generally the pH will also increase. The most ideal pH for rising koi is between 7 to 7.5. At 1 dkh, the pH is generally below 7. At 2 or 3 dkh, the pH starts to reach 7.5. In most fish ponds, KH starts at 5 dkh or more. This means that the pH is in the range of 8 to 8.4. The highest appetite is at ideal pH. It is 7.5. If the pH is above 8, the fish appetite will decrease, so it cannot grow optimally. That is why it is important to keep KH in the pond. The easiest way as an indication of water change is to look at the TDS. Because TDS tells all the dissolved substances that are in the water. Keep the TDS as low as possible. However, it is useless to chase a certain number if your water source does not support it, unless you use RO water. However, are you able to maintain a TDS of 30 like the mud ponds in Niigata? So, adjust to your source water. Conclusion: koi are raised in Japan in salt water with an ideal pH of 7 to 7.5, low TDS and KH. If keeping koi without expecting to be jumbo, so we can maintain it as it is. But if you want to maintain a collection of show quality koi, requires large funds and appropriate maintenance method, because champion koi cannot be maintained in a simple way. Credit to Mike Nathan, those who are willing to share knowledge, to all of us who are still learning to be better.